I would say the form that Trump is threatening us with is even worse. And
which is what?
Well, I mean, he doesn't
the whole
concede elections. You know, the elections only count if we win theory of government.
Okay.
Well, come on, you know Trump he still has not conceded the election. He has not conceded. He does not honor the...
Okay, I mean, do you know for a fact that he lost? I'm just curious.
Okay.
Bill Maher has an utter meltdown, a Trump derangement syndrome meltdown on his own show, the Club Random podcast, when American filmmaker Oliver Stone comes on and is pushing back at Bill Maher's insane Trump derangement syndrome. Bill Maher is still talking about how Trump didn't concede the 2020 election. Guys, it's insane. Bill Maher, yes, he says some good stuff, and then he's still a woke lib at the end of the day. Let's just get straight into this.
And no, you can't take ivermectin and whatever and the other things. So it's the law, the concept of authoritarian government that is really bothering me, and I think it bothers you. This
authoritarian, yes, of course.
Biden saying, well, you know, we take the vaccine, you know, and you have...
Yes, that's one form of it. I would say the form that Trump is threatening us with is even worse. And
which is what?
Well, I mean, he doesn't
the whole
concede elections. You know, the elections only count if we win theory of government.
Oh my gosh, here we go again. Who called it? Who called it? Because let's be real. Democrats will not ever stop bringing up how Trump denied the results of the 2020 election and January 6th. They will keep on milking that woke left cow, the teat, the udder of that cow, to try to demonize Trump and conservatives, that we're the authoritarian party, even though we all know that the real authoritarian party is the Democratic Party, who is mandating vaccines without having proper research. And even if it had amazing research, mandating vaccines, come on now, like it's insane. And I'm so happy that Oliver Stone here, American filmmaker, pushes back and first of all starts off with laughing because, hey, it is so predictable. Am I right or am I absolutely correct? By the way, if you enjoy videos like this, make sure you like, subscribe, comment down below MAGA or something, help boost this video in the algorithm. Let's get straight back to it.
Okay.
Well, come on, you know Trump he still has not conceded the election. He has not conceded. He does not honor the...
Okay, I mean, do you know for a fact that he lost?
And I'm sorry, did Donald Trump willingly and peacefully leave the White House right when he was supposed to, right on time, right on schedule? Because if he really was denying it, he probably would have had the military stop this and would not allowed the peaceful transition of power. He is allowed to question an election when so many weird coincidences and weird anomalies, first ever time instances happening within elections. Like, remember, hey, 2020 was the first time where they were blocking off the windows when people were counting ballots. And usually they could have someone from the left and the right watch someone count and tally up the ballots. And that wasn't the case in a lot of states. So there were weird things that happened. At the end of the day, Trump did concede. Stop the Trump derangement syndrome. Seriously, get some medication. He needs professional help. Like, if you agree.
I'm just curious.
Okay. You're going to make me...
I just don't know all the facts because...
Well, I do. Is there a conspiracy theory you don't believe?
Oh, come on, Bill.
But Oliver...
You know I'm intelligent.
Intelligent? Of course you are.
Okay, I'm sorry. I'm sorry that I keep cutting it off. I promise I'm going to stop doing that for the rest of the video and try to reel back my opinions, but there's just so much to say here, and it's the condescension and the, what's the word? Just the cockiness of the left, of Democrats, to think, oh, I know everything. I'm an expert in everything, and if you don't buy into exactly what I think on a situation, then you're a conspiracy theorist, which, by the way, conspiracy theorists, they tend to be right just a couple years before the rest of the mainstream media catches on. But you just see how, and that's why Oliver Stone hit back and goes, come on, Bill Maher, you know I'm intelligent. And Bill Maher's like, yeah, of course I know you're intelligent. But what is Bill Maher actually saying when he goes, oh, how many conspiracy theories do you believe in? He's basically saying, you're stupid, you fall for conspiracy theories, I know everything, shut up and listen. So yeah, Oliver Stone has every right to laugh and be like, you know I'm intelligent, right? Like, stop talking to me like I'm a stupid tinfoil hat wearing toddler. You know, it's gross. It's gross.
But look, I've had many people sit here and I've said the same thing to them. Like, the key to getting along in America It's not getting into these tribal things. It's understanding that you can have somebody in your life who you go, for A, B, C, and D, we are so aligned, and the person is so smart, and they really get it. Each of you thinks the other one's crazy. And there's a couple of those with us. But we got A, B, C, and D. And so
We'll start with that.
yes, that's got to be enough. You can't make people agree with you on these things. And you're right.
I'm just asking you. I'm not an expert on the election. I'm not a political junkie. You are, and you follow it very closely.
Okay, all right, then I'll give you the thumbnail sketch. They tried it in 60 courts. It was laughed out of every court, including by Republican judges. The people who saved this democracy were Republicans, good Republicans in states where Trump pressured them, like the one he's on trial for in Georgia, find me 11,000 votes. It's on tape. A guy like that saying to him, sir, we just don't do that here. I voted for you. I'm a Republican, but we just don't do that. That's what saved us. And they were Republicans. So you don't take their word for it. I mean, it would.
Well, I don't know. I mean, you went through the 2000 election. That was horrifying to me. What happened when the Supreme Court closed that down? What happened there? I mean, the popular vote was won
so
by...
what, should we just keep counting votes forever? I mean, should we still be counting the 20?
Count them correctly. Let's just get rid of the Electoral College. Let's do a popular vote.
The people who have testified that this was a fair and well-run election, who's who of people like Bill Maher, Mitch McConnell. You're talking about Liz Cheney. You're talking about dyed-in-the-wool, serious conservative Republicans who went with Trump.
Liz Cheney is a serious conservative Republican. Yeah. Not even in your dreams, Bill Maher, okay? Come on, she's a traitor to the party, and screw the Cheneys and the McCains. They are so the opposite. They're like the exact opposite. Or just they embody pretty much everything that the Republican Party today rejects. Bye-bye, go vote for Kamala the hoe again, you hoes.
Really further out than a lot of us thought they would go with a guy like McCain's not a war hero. Okay, we'll forgive you. Lots of shit that he did, agreeing with Putin at Helsinki against our intelligence agencies, but I know we don't want to talk about Putin. But it's like, what will they... We found the thing that was their safe word, the thing that made them go, no, that's too far. And it was, we have elections in this country. If we don't transfer power peacefully, if somebody doesn't just be an adult and say, okay, you can't win them all, we lost that one, good luck, sir. When Obama became president, George Bush stood with him and he said, we want you to succeed. They don't do that anymore. Not that I love George Bush, but what a great moment.
I mean, if you really love Liz Cheney and the McCains, then you should love George Bush, okay? You should be his biggest cheerleader, Bill.
So
what do you think happened in 2000 in Florida?
2000,
So they really
2000, well, they stopped the vote. Well, first of all, the governor's, the candidate's brother was the governor. And the lady counting the votes, remember
Catherine Harris. Catherine Harris.
I remembered the name wrong. Cruella DeVille, but you're right, Catherine Harris. I mean, could there have been shenanigans? Look, there was shenanigans in the Nixon-Kennedy election on the side of the Democrats.
Yeah,
I mean,
always.
plainly, Joe Kennedy, right, brought that election for his son.
I reserve judgment because there was Chicago. It was the Illinois part more than the West Virginia part. And that was Daley, and he was the boss there. And Daley did his own policing and this. But actually, I think Kennedy won the election. I really don't.
Wow.
That one is it's tight. But what I'm saying is
the one that's the easiest to get on board with. You're like, no, that's I need all the facts on this.
Well, I don't know the facts, and I think I would trust the accountants more than the politicians. And I'd like to know what the accountants say, the guys who vote, who know the most about votes, who do the electoral commissions. You know, I can't take Biden's word for it on anything.
It's not.
I think that's a very measured position. Don't you guys agree? Don't you guys agree? Anyways, please let me know what you guys think in the comments below. If you made it to the end of the video, comment an orange heart. It really does boost the video in the algorithm, and I would greatly appreciate it. Most of my viewers don't even subscribe, so like, what are you guys doing? And I know I took a little hiatus, a little break from posting every day, but we're getting back on schedule, so stay tuned and buckle up, and yeah, I don't know. Have a good night. Adios.